Hello, my name is Eli, and with Justin from, as you all know, the creators of Black Jesus.
Please keep that.
And I really wanted to ask you about your new album.
Hey Eli, it's nice to be here. Thanks for having me. Yes, I am one of the creators of the song Black Jesus. The new album is, it's really fun. It's been really fun to make. We've been recording it in Charleston again, where we've made our first record. And it's gonna be a lot of fun for everybody. I think we have some things that are similar to our first record, and then some things that are a new direction. So it's been really fun to make. I think it'll be really fun to play.
Well, that's interesting. Very interesting. Sorry. Going a little off topic of music, could I ask you about the tattoo you have on your arm?
519. Okay, 519, which just passed the first year anniversary of it. So I was actually not far from here. I was in Spartanburg County, and I'm not going to get into too many details, but I'll just say that our drummer kept me from going to jail. And as I think everybody can imagine, jail is not a place you want to be, especially when you got to play a show that night. So in honor of his sacrifice for me to keep me, well, he didn't go either, but he did something that's assured that nobody went to jail. And I got the tattoo to honor him for it. 519, never forget a favor, right?
Huh. That is right. And we're still on music, but we're going a little off topic again. Do you think people think the song Black Jesus is racist?
That's such a good question, because I have people come up to me about this at shows a lot. Like, people will never ask me this in an interview, but I'm really glad you did. I think some people do think it is at first. I think when they hear the beginning, when we do the chant, "Come on, Black Jesus," they think we're being funny, but the song's really not funny at all, not to me. And I usually try and stare people down whenever I see them, like, kind of laughing or whatever, like, just give them the death stare. Like, why are you laughing? Because
That's intense. Very.
yeah, it gets intense, but it's like, the song, I think there's a lot of racial tension in the world, and the song is meant to kind of, like, put a light on that so people can see it's there and confront it. And I've had people, white and black, come up to me and ask me, like, what that song's about and everything. And I've seen people hear the first part and, like, walk away and be offended. But I think if you listen to the lyrics, it's like, it's about finding faith or finding some kind of solace in any place. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain exactly what the song means for me, but I was in hard times, and it's just like, it's a song about being in hard times, and about how that's not something that falls on racial lines. It's like everybody goes through hard times, and we're all humans. So I think some people think it is at first, but I think when properly explained, they understand that it's a song about unity.
That's very interesting. Speaking of unity, actually, no, we're not talking about unity at all. That's a lie. Anyway, random question. What are your opinions about Donald Trump?
I think he is, I don't know really. I don't have a solid opinion about Donald Trump, because I don't find him to be very authentic. So I don't really know who he is, because I feel like some things he says, maybe he might partially mean, some things he's just saying to get votes. It pains me that a message so shallow, just fundamentally shallow, has made it as far as it has. I think that's my main problem with Donald Trump. I mean, politicians in general scare me, but yeah, I don't really know what my opinion is. I'm sorry. I know everybody's got an opinion about Donald Trump right now, but I'm just perplexed by the dude. I don't know what to think of him. I don't think I like him. But yeah, I don't know.
Getting back onto music, who is your favorite band?
I have a several favorite bands or artists. I think my favorite one is probably Bob Marley. Specifically, the Bob Marley Legends Best Of album. I also trying to think. I mean, I really like this band right now called Quilt. They're from Boston, and I found them during a psychedelic experience I had a few years ago, and I've really grown with them. And their third record just came out. It's called Plaza, and I really, really love that record. I listen to it more than anything else, probably.
Very interesting. Now, do you believe in conspiracy theories?
I personally do believe in some conspiracy theories. Most everyone that involves the Church of Scientology, I believe, because the Church of Scientology is really sketchy. I believe a lot of ones about the U.S. government and corrupt politicians, because I think there really is a lot of corruption in the world, and we try and not acknowledge it. But, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't call myself a conspiracy theorist, though. I had this conversation with a guy in our band, Johnny Delaware, because he has a lot of conspiracy theories that he, like, steadfastly believes are to be true. And, you know, I wouldn't say either way. I mean, so in theory, I definitely would entertain them. I'm not like a diehard conspiracy theorist. I want there to be aliens. I want to meet aliens.
Even more specific, what do you think about the Illuminati?
I think the Illuminati is really cool. I know some of those folks personally, and you know, I think they get a bad rap because certain people who are not in the club don't like that they're not in the club, you know. But they do a lot of good for people that people don't even realize that it's done without being told. And I mean, and the people I know in the Illuminati, or who I've experienced with my experience with the Illuminati, are just really good people. So yeah, I'm pro Illuminati for sure.
Do you think that Elvis is still alive and he's still a Nazi?
I think Elvis, if he were alive, would certainly still be a Nazi. I mean, you know, I think a lot of the people that were Nazis are still Nazis at heart, and we should never forgive them for that. But I don't think Elvis is still alive. I think Nazis tend to die. That's what they do. So I think he's probably maybe like a zombie Nazi somewhere, but I don't know. I feel like if he was alive, he would. I think he would have had. I mean, I guess he would have had a reason to fake his death. You know, I don't know the answer to that one. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna have to think harder on that and get back to you next time we hang out.
Do you know how many beers you have had in your life?
No.
Okay. In that case,
A lot.
what does the tattoo on your knuckles say? Acid. Speaking of acid boys, are they about two boys who have superpowers of acid and start spraying it on people and tear the world apart and say, "Overthrow the government"?
That's basically correct. Yeah, but it's a group of people, not even just boys, that have Their superpower is that they can spray acid on people. But it's like, and it is to overthrow the government too.
Okay,
But
1 second. I need to come up with my thing. Do you want to kill me, camera guy? Because you did this. And okay. Anyway. Wrap it. Okay, and for one final question, we would like to know about the tattoo with a gun and a 13.
so this is my first tattoo I ever got below my forearm. So my parents are pretty upset when I got it, because they don't like tattoos. I like tattoos, but and I got it in 2013 on Friday the 13th. A good friend of mine. I just burped into the microphone. I apologize for that. A friend of mine and I were sitting around together on Friday the 13th, and he told me that you could get tattoos for $13 on Friday the 13th. And so we went, and we both got Friday the 13th tattoos. And it's also the only color tattoo I have, but I really like that tattoo. It was my first one where I was like, you know what? I'm going below the elbow.
So you have no color anywhere of tattoos.
Not at all.
Interesting. Okay, well that's about all. Thanks so much for watching.